Los Angeles, the city of angels, a sprawling metropolis where dreams are born and ambitions take flight. Home to Hollywood glamour, sun-drenched beaches, and endless possibilities. It's a place where the sun always seems to shine and the promise of fame and fortune lures countless hopefuls. We picture palm trees swaying, movie stars on red carpets, and dreams within reach. The allure of the red carpet, the glitz of movie premieres, and the charm of celebrity culture paint a picture of a city where anything is possible. But beneath this dazzling surface lies a hidden crisis, a stark contrast to the city's glittering facade. The luxury cars and upscale shopping areas are just one side of the coin. Los Angeles is grappling with a homelessness epidemic, a shadow that stretches far beyond the bright lights and silver screens. Underneath the freeway overpasses and along the city sidewalks, a different story unfolds. Over 60,000 people experience homelessness in Los Angeles County, a number that has continued to rise even before the recent pandemic. This crisis has been years in the making, exacerbated by economic disparities and a lack of affordable housing. The streets have become bedrooms, sidewalks transformed into makeshift kitchens, and tents stand as fragile shelters against the elements. For many, these makeshift homes are the only refuge they have. This is the other side of Los Angeles, a city struggling to reconcile its glamorous image with the harsh realities faced by thousands of its residents. The stark contrast between the affluent areas and the homeless communities highlights a city divided where the American dream seems out of reach for so many. It's easy to get lost in the statistics, to see only numbers and graphs, and to forget the real lives behind them. We can become desensitized to the sheer scale of the homelessness crisis, overwhelmed by the magnitude of the problem. But behind each number is a human being, each with their own unique story, their own dreams and their own struggles. These are people who once had homes, jobs, and families. We meet veterans failed by the very country they served, their lives scarred by physical and mental wounds. They fought for our freedom, yet now they fight for survival on the streets. We encounter families forced onto the streets by economic hardship, children navigating a world of uncertainty and fear. These families once had stability, but now face a daily struggle to find shelter and food. We listen to the stories of individuals battling mental illness, often without access to the support they desperately need. Their conditions make it difficult to hold down a job or maintain relationships, pushing them further into isolation. And we see the devastating impact of addiction, a cycle that traps individuals in a spiral of despair. Substance abuse often begins as a coping mechanism, but it quickly becomes a relentless force that destroys lives. These are not faceless statistics. These are our neighbors, our fellow human beings, deserving of our compassion and support. They need more than just our sympathy. They need tangible help, resources, and a community that cares. The roots of Los Angeles' homelessness crisis run deep, entangled in a complex web of social and economic factors. At the forefront is the city's soaring cost of living, a relentless pressure cooker that pushes countless residents to the brink. Rent in Los Angeles is among the highest in the nation, a stark contrast to stagnant wages that fail to keep pace with the rising cost of basic necessities. For many, even working full-time is not enough to secure a safe and stable place to live. A single unexpected expense, a medical emergency, or a job loss can quickly unravel the fragile balance, leaving individuals and families teetering on the edge of homelessness. The streets of Los Angeles are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a constant struggle for survival amidst unimaginable hardship. We meet Sarah, a single mother of two who lost her job and was evicted from her apartment. She spends her days searching for work and her nights huddled with her children in their car, praying for a brighter future. We encounter Michael, a veteran struggling with PTSD, haunted by the memories of war, unable to hold down a job or access adequate mental health care. He finds solace in the camaraderie of other veterans living on the streets. These stories are a stark reminder that homelessness can happen to anyone, regardless of their background, their education, or their past. Section 5. A city divided, glitz and grit. Los Angeles is a city of stark contrasts, a place where unimaginable wealth coexists alongside grinding poverty. Luxury sports cars speed past makeshift encampments, designer boutiques stand in stark contrast to lines at soup kitchens, and gated mansions overlook streets littered with discarded belongings. This jarring juxtaposition highlights the deep economic disparities that plague the city, a chasm that seems to widen with each passing year. While some residents enjoy lives of privilege and abundance, others struggle to afford even the most basic necessities. This tale of two cities is a constant reminder that the American dream, so often associated with Los Angeles, remains elusive and out of reach for far too many. Section 6. Band-Aid solutions or systemic change. Addressing the homelessness crisis requires more than just temporary fixes. While shelters and soup kitchens provide essential services, they are merely band-aids on a gaping wound. The root causes of homelessness, poverty, lack of affordable housing, inadequate mental health care demand systemic solutions. Building more affordable housing units, expanding access to mental health and addiction treatment, and raising the minimum wage are just a few of the critical steps needed to break the cycle of homelessness. It's time to move beyond short-term solutions and invest in long-term strategies that address the underlying causes of this crisis. Section 7. The urgency of compassion. In the face of such overwhelming need, it's easy to feel powerless, to question what difference one person can make. But the truth is, even small acts of kindness can have a profound impact. A warm meal, a blanket on a cold night, a listening ear. These simple gestures can offer a glimmer of hope to those who feel invisible and forgotten. Volunteering at local organizations, donating to food banks and shelters, and advocating for policies that address homelessness are all meaningful ways to get involved. We must remember that behind the statistics are real people deserving of our empathy, our support, and our unwavering commitment to finding solutions. Section 8. A shared responsibility. The homelessness crisis is not someone else's problem. It's a collective responsibility. We cannot, in good conscience, turn a blind eye to the suffering on our streets. It's time to move beyond judgment, beyond stereotypes, and recognize the shared humanity that binds us together. Whether we are policymakers, community leaders, or simply concerned citizens, we all have a role to play in creating a more just and compassionate society. By working together, by demanding change, and by refusing to accept the status quo, we can build a Los Angeles where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Section 9. A call for action. As the sun rises over the sprawling city of Los Angeles, it illuminates not just the beauty of our city, but also the shadows of its challenges. The crisis of homelessness in Los Angeles is a stain on the conscience of our city, a stark reminder of the work that still needs to be done to create a more just and equitable society. Every tent and makeshift shelter is a testament to the lives disrupted and dreams deferred. This issue is not just about housing, it's about human dignity and the right to a decent life. The protests and marches we see are cries for justice, for a society where everyone has a fair chance. We cannot afford to wait for someone else to fix this problem. The time for action is now. Each of us has a role to play, whether it's raising our voices in community meetings or volunteering our time and resources. The urgency of this crisis cannot be overstated. Every moment we delay is another moment someone spends without a home, without hope. The clock is ticking and the pace of city life moves fast, but we must not let this issue be swept aside. Let us demand that our elected officials prioritize affordable housing, ensuring that everyone has access to a safe and stable place to live. This is not just a policy issue, it's a moral imperative. We must also expand access to mental health care, recognizing that many who are homeless struggle with mental health issues. Providing support and treatment can be a crucial step in helping them rebuild their lives. Investing in programs that address the root causes of homelessness is essential. Community gardens, food distribution programs, and other initiatives can provide not just immediate relief, but also long-term solutions. Let us support organizations working tirelessly on the front lines, providing essential services and advocating for systemic change. These groups are the backbone of our efforts, and they need our support more than ever. Community organizers and social workers are often the unsung heroes in this fight. They work day in and day out to make a difference, and their efforts deserve our recognition and support. And most importantly, let us approach this crisis with compassion, understanding, and a resolute belief that everyone deserves a safe and stable place to call home. Compassion is not just a feeling, it's a call to action. Imagine the joy of a family moving into a new home, the relief of unlocking the door to a place they can finally call their own. This is the vision we must strive for, a city where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The City of Angels has the potential to be a beacon of hope, a place where dreams are within reach for all its residents. But this potential can only be realized if we come together as a community. A diverse and inclusive community is our strength. When we support each other, we create a city where everyone can flourish. The laughter of friends and the joy of children playing are the sounds of a thriving community, but it will take all of us working together to make that vision a reality. From cleaning streets to building playgrounds, every action counts. Together, we can create a Los Angeles that truly lives up to its name, a city of angels where everyone has the chance to soar.